That is all, nothing else. So go ahead and click on reboot capture, okay, until we install guest additions. So it's rebooting now. Just wait for it, shouldn't take that long. And after it reboots, we're going to be doing several things which you will need to do afterwards. The post installation procedure. Let's just you can let that run. You don't need to actually change it there to boot or anything like that. So please enter passphrase for disk. If you remember, we have encrypted them, and I have entered the decryption password. It is very important that you remember your encryption keys, as I've stated previously. If you are the sort of person that forgets them, write them down. If you don't feel like putting it, if you feel like that you're gonna forget it or something like that, better than not to put it, because you're gonna lock yourself out of your own disk, and that's gonna be pretty bad. Anyway, what I want to say is that if you decided to actually get the Red Hat subscription for $50, you will be able to enable certain repositories from which you will be able to pull the information from. Okay, so license is not accepted. We will fix that shortly. Let's just click on I accept license agreement. Done. Finish configuration and boot into your Red Hat machine for the first time. As I said, we're going to have access to certain repositories, but no big deal there. You should really know, you should really like know how to do this, primarily because tomorrow when you're managing Red Hat systems, you will need to enable individual subscriptions for machines and what machine has access to what sort of packages from the Red Hat network. Anyway, here it says subscription registration. This assistant will guide you through the process of registering your system with Red Hat to receive software updates and other benefits. Okay, so you don't need to register now. It is not necessary, but let's just go ahead and say that we do want to register here, and then afterwards I will show you how can you register in the post installation period as well through the command via the command line. So let's just select yes, I'd like to register now, forward. I will register a subscription. Okay, so default, I will use no, we do not need proxies. Done. Let's see what happens now. Come on, come on. Yep, there we go. So is it gonna show my password? No, it will not. So login name, I believe it was creator69. So original, right? And I even misspelled it. There we go. There we go with that as well. So just type in the username that you have created on the Red Hat website through the process of registration, and then use the same password, no problems. If you forgot it, of course, you can go to Red Hat and say forgot password or something of a kind, and it will reset it to your email or something. So please enter the following for the system name. Okay, we don't actually need to do that at the moment. We can just leave it at default. Done. The subscription management registering. You will only be able to do this if you actually bought the license itself for 1 year, where Red Hat provides updates, maintenance, and support. Well, not maintenance, sorry, provides updates and support, which is very nice. As I said, you can at all times just go over to the website and basically start a chat, and they will help you out with pretty much everything that you need. Okay, so Red Hat Enterprise, Linux Desktop, self-support, type virtual, quantity 1, done. Go for it. Attaching subscriptions. This should finish up shortly. Oh, by the way, okay, so it's finished actually before I had the chance to show you, but doesn't really matter. I have the command standing by. Here's what I want to show you basically. There are these two commands which you can use in order to register yourself from the command line on a system which has already been installed. So random guy shall now log in for the first time. No, don't do this to me. Yes, there we go. I almost thought I forgot my password, which would be quite embarrassing, but oh well, what can you really do about it? These things happen. I will later on probably show you how to actually recover your password from a loss as well, so that shouldn't be a problem. Excellent. So we have booted into Red Hat, and you can see it's a relatively simple desktop without that much configuration. So capture. Yep. So I'm just gonna leave it here with English United Kingdom. You can change it to whatever you wish, of course. You can add additional keyboards here if you would like, but no, I don't need any additional keyboards. Okay, so you can also add some accounts here on the cloud, but generally not a bright idea if you're gonna to link your Facebook account or something like that. Just like here, if I say add account, let me just show you. You can say Google. Oh, no, don't do this to me. Add account. Okay, so I got Google, own cloud, Facebook, some other things. All in all, if you have business accounts that are directly related to this machine or here physically, well, not physically, but the accounts that you own that you use for business and for transactions and stuff of a kind, I would then definitely suggest that to actually link them with strong passwords. But I definitely would not suggest you linking, I don't know, a Facebook account for which you use basically for socializing or something of a kind, or anything that falls into that category of non-professional things. So don't do that. If you're gonna have a professional account, sure, but something for fun, no point. Just open up your browser and log in. Let's just go ahead and cancel that and press on next. Start using Red Hat Enterprise Linux client. Excellent. So now we're in Red Hat and okay, it's gonna give us some getting started in the browser, but we don't actually need that at present because I know where things are. Feel free to read through that if you wish. The desktop is fairly simplistic. This is GNOME, if I'm not mistaken, and you can install different desktops here with more advanced graphical features, but we'll see what we can do later on to actually change how this thing looks like. But before we do anything, I want to have a full screen mode. I don't want to be messing around with this small image, and I'm sure you don't want to be looking at it either. So go into devices, insert guest editions CD image. Could not find VirtualBox guest edition disk image file. Do you wish to download this disk image file from the internet? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Sure, you want to download VirtualBox from. Okay, so which site is it? DLC cdnsun.com VirtualBox. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and download it. Make sure to check these things. If they look fishy or something of a kind, then don't. Rather instead copy the address and check it out on the net. See if it's legit or something of a kind. If it's not, then absolutely do not. While this is going on, while the network operations manager is going on, let's just go into devices, network settings. Make sure to change this from NAT to bridge adapter, but I'm just gonna leave it running for now while the download is going on because I don't want to actually interfere with it in any way, but change it from NAT to bridged and then under name select an adapter as I have showed you in the previous tutorials. Make sure that you do that. Don't forget to do it primarily because, well, it's better to have a machine with an individual LAN IP address that is separate and detached from the others, but that can yet communicate without any problems of whatsoever, as opposed to it going through NAT, which is not really good. Not something that I favor anyway. Not that it's not that good. It's good for protection and firewalls. Just to give you an example of what NAT is, it's network address translation. So let's say you have